Yep, you have to get in there, and it's people get frustrated. Some of my system, incorporates some resistance cardio, I guess we'll call it. And people will email and they'll be like, "Well, I could only do 3 push-ups," and that's great, fantastic. You did 3 push-ups. Next time, try to do 4. Don't
Right.
feel bad that you couldn't do as many as I did because you're not me. We're not starting from the same place. Do the best you can do and come back next time. It's all of the fat loss, weight loss, building muscle, making money, being better is all about showing up next time. Come today, show up next time. Show up the time after that. Always, if you want to feel like you failed, fine, but always fail forward, right?
Yeah.
You know, use that. It's kind of a mindset that I have. I mess things up sometimes, but I learn from what did I do wrong, what could I do better. Let me go try that again. And you always get better. You always show up the next time. You always try to be better than you were the last time. You're never going to be perfect. Just try to get better, but always show up. You're only going backwards when you don't show up.
Right, right. That's good. You're only going backwards when you don't show up.
Yep.
Ben Teal.
That's
You just got. I mean, people just got to get that through their heads, though. It's such. I mean, I feel like I'm just rapping on this right now because I have inner circle coaching clients. I've coached so many transformation challenges over the years, and I see, like you're saying, that small percentage. Like from my last one, that 11% of people who applied, got accepted, and actually put in the work that finished 50 days, every single one of them had a legitimate body transformation. And like
yep.
we're out of this spectrum, you got to realize that 11% of people represented 42 out of about 400 people we brought onto the program, right? That's
Right.
insane. That's insane. 400 people read the daily emails, had access to the workouts, had the nutrition programs in front of their eyes, started strong because we did challenges every week so you could see people dropping off each week, finishing the challenges, and couldn't do it. And so I don't know. I feel like everybody just listening right now just needs to ask themselves that question. When's the last time I completed something? And then set a small goal. Just try to find something that you can do for 30 days, or
Yeah.
shit, even a week, right?
Or even for me, even a day sometimes. You know
Right.
what? I want to make sure that I hit. I'll set a goal for the next 24 hours. Here are the things I'm going to do and accomplish. And the way I've set up my program is there's a daily check. Here are the 5 things that you should be doing this today. And not every day. People go out and they say, okay, I'm gonna work out 6 days a week. No, no, don't do that.
What's the point, right?
If you want one day, maybe you have the energy to go out and work out 6 days a week. But I don't want you to kill yourself the first 2 days and then be so sore you can't move for the next three. I think I remember. I'm trying to think. It was something that you and I were both at in San Diego, and Martin Rooney was there,
Oh
and
yeah.
people were scared of going to his boot camp, and what he said really resonated with kind of my philosophy. He goes, if you came to my boot camp this morning, you realize that I did not kill you because I want you to return to a theme to come back again,
Right.
be to show up the next time. And if I come out here and I try to be the most badass trainer in the world and I try to crush you, it might be good for my ego, but it's not good for the people who we're trying to help, right? I,
Right.
I can't I can't get you so sore that you don't want to come back next time. I can't starve you to death because you're going to be miserable. You have to, we were talking about cutting calories earlier. The trick with calories that I think a lot of people miss the point on is it's not to see how little you can eat. It's to eat as many calories as you can and still lose weight. you know
Right.
that's
Right.
that's what it is. It's not how miserable can I make myself, it's how satiated can I be. And what happens over time is your body adjusts to that. You might move, I don't know, just to use some numbers, you might be eating 2,500 calories a day. You might just cut that back to 2,200, and for 2 days you'll be a little uncomfortable, but you're not going to feel like you're starving. You'll just be a little uncomfortable. Your weight will start coming off, and your body will adjust, and you'll be like, okay, 2,200 calories isn't so bad. Then you're going to look at it and you're going to say, okay, maybe I'll bump it down to 2,000 calories. 2,000 calories is not that bad. What we'll do is a lot of times, trainers will get married to numbers, right? So we'll see somebody, we'll have maybe a female come in, her base metabolic rate is 1,700 calories. We'll tell her to cut it by 500 calories. Well, you just cut a third of her calories.
Right.
Whereas you have somebody whose base metabolic rate, they're a larger male, they might be 3,000 calories. You just told them to cut 500 calories. You just cut 12% of their calories.
Sure.
It's not a one size fits all formula.
Yeah.
And that's where, kind of being a statistician helps. You look at things like the estimates for calories, and you realize that's for the average person. But the fact of the matter is 50% of the world is on the right side of that average, and 50% of the world is on the left side of that average. It's a starting point,
Right.
and then you adjust from there. And you need somebody to help you make those decisions and to give you the encouragement you need to make the right decisions and to help you move forward. I mean, part of being a trainer, particularly as when dealing face to face with clients, is encouraging them to keep going and to keep showing up and to push themselves a little bit out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, man. Well, this has been a great call, Ben. We're just about out of time, man. And I know we really just did a lot of mindset and talking about how you don't need any fancy pants stuff. And I just encourage everybody, think about it. When's the last time you completed something? And answer that question honestly, and then find something that you enjoy. I don't care if it's my program, Ben's program, anyone else's programs, but just something. You just need to do something and see it to the end, just to show yourself that you can, and then from there you can adjust and work with other things too. So Ben, I always ask people this question. You got a successful online following. You're a successful guy. You went to Yale, all this stuff. You lost a ton of weight. You figured out that equation as well. What's your secret to success, my man?
It really is. I mean, it's going to sound cliche at this point. It's to show up tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah.
It really is. It's. I always try to learn from my mistakes. I fail forward, and I'm going to come back tomorrow. I mean, I use the things that I quote unquote fail on as fuel. All right, what can I learn from this, and how can I move forward? Growing up a lot of times and being an athlete in the past, people lay that out for you. And, it's easy. You have a whole team of people that you're showing up for. When you become an adult, the reasons you're showing up become different. And, you have to set goals, and you have to set small goals, and you have to always be taking a step towards them. It's, for me, and this is probably the best bit of advice I've given anybody, is at a point of decision, there's really only two decisions you can make. Whether you're talking about money, you're talking about health, you're talking about your kids. The decision you're making is, the next action I take, is it going to take me closer to, or is it going to take me farther away from my goal? And if more than 50% of the time the decision you make takes you closer to your goal, you'll eventually get there. You'll have all of the success you want. And that's it's really as simple as that. Is your decision right now, is this order at from the pizza delivery place, is that going to take you closer to or farther away from your goal? Is there a better food choice you can make? Those sorts of things. And you skipping your workout, is that taking you closer to or farther away from your goal? And if you can break down most of your daily decisions into that simple formula, it's going to lead to a lot of success for you.
Man, that's a good question to ask yourself throughout the day, man. Well, Ben Teal, thanks so much again, brother, for having the time to get on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Tyler. It's always fun.